Ryan and Dave Save the World is brought to you by Pump Hero. Pump Hero is an app for on-the-go moms. Pump Hero shows the location of safe and comfortable spaces to pump or provide nourishment for their little ones. Download the app today because you are your little one's hero. What's up, everybody? Today we've got special guest Jon Jenkins, tattoo artist from Madison, Wisconsin. Jon shares with us what it's like to be a tattoo artist in 2018, what it took to get there, where he's headed, what he's up to, many other random things like iPhones versus Android, bike polo, Ryan's first tattoo, and of course the backstory for how we met. Now sit back and enjoy another episode of Ryan and Dave Save the World. Here we go again. New Beat Lab. I swear we have an episode. Every episode is in a different location.
Show is.
It's just how we roll, I guess.
Hey,
it's fun to be mobile though, to have options.
Yeah, for
you guys
sure.
will just have to bring it to the tattoo shop. Mobile show.
Dead serious. If you'll give us a tattoo, if you give me a free tattoo, absolutely. I'll go to Madison. I'll spend the whole weekend there. I'll stay at your house.
Yeah.
I'll make you buy delicious.
Post you up on our couch.
You're gonna have to get decent beverages. His house is the fucking worst to go visit.
Come on.
He never has shit to...
We stepped up our beverage game.
I hope so.
What are we working with here? What are we working
garbage,
with here?
not a thing. One
What
time
are we
I think
talking
you
about?
offered me
Healthy stuff like garbage or
maybe you'll find like
coconut
almond milk
water
and like coconut water and
poison
stuff.
Pure poison.
Pure poison.
Anything carbonated? With sugar?
Yeah, we do.
Once in a while we go like a
Clarbrune.
A Stevia.
What?
Clarbrune?
Okay, yeah.
Water?
Yeah, last time I was there, you had that.
So I'll have those, but that's pretty much the extent of it.
I'll be honest, dude. Last summer, I was on this kick, this spritzer. It's an alcoholic spritzer called Truly. I was on those hard, dude. That's all I drank. Because you could drink like 6 of them, because it's 5%, so it was you got you pretty drunk. But it wasn't all the extra stuff. It was literally just carbonated water.
Well, that's how like White Claws are.
Yeah.
Those. Like,
I've had those.
Like,
I've actually.
And those things are fucking dangerous. Like
yes.
Erin, she was like, treating it like carbonated water when she like went like with some of her friends to like their cabin, and she's like, "Oh man, I got wasted off." She's like, "I did not expect that because they're like 7%."
They're strong.
Yeah, they're strong. So
that's true. I did try those. I tried like 2 or 3 or 4 other ones, and that truly is the best for me.
Yeah.
But they're citrus.
Truly. That truly is the best. Holy shit, Dave.
I can't believe I've never seen a commercial.
Goodness.
Wow, you're giving away free advertisements right now, and you don't even know it. That's how deep the government is in your shit, in your fucking brain.
Oh, dude, we're going
right
there.
Now, you're advertising products, and you don't even know
We're on
it.
camera, dude. We're all connected to the internet right now.
Truly.
Did you ever see that movie Snowden?
No, I haven't.
Watch that, dude. You'll be covering up all your cameras.
Honestly, you'll be covering up cameras. You won't be talking in front of your phone anymore.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of true.
It is true.
Did you ever
definitely like...
You ever you're surfing the internet on some website, and then all of a sudden an ad comes up for something you talked about like a day or 2 ago?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Turn up the gain on this one here, Dave. On the preamp.
You're just about maxed out. That's
Give her all she's got. Oh, that's beautiful.
Is that better?
Oh yeah, look at that. Now we got some waves happening right there.
Going on over there.
That shit, perfect.
It sounded okay in the headphones.
Yeah, I'm watching the game though on the screen because I've got a keen eye for that shit. You're gonna have a much easier time mixing it now.
Nice. Thanks, dude.
Yeah,
I really appreciate that. I need those little like insider tips.
Yeah,
because that helps me a lot.
Yep.
You do all the mixing? You don't do any of that?
Oh, anything, like most of the stuff that we do at my house, I do.
Oh, you just kind of like switch off and
Dave does a lot, like you put a lot of ads. If we have ads and stuff, you put that in?
Yeah, I kind of do, yep. Intros, outros, ads, which I have I'm going to throw on the Google Drive.
Right.
That's another little tip, I guess. I don't know. Something we've been doing is using Google Drive. We have no affiliation with them whatsoever, but it's connected to our Gmail email, so it kind of works.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, we used to use Dropbox for music a while ago, but
Dropbox
it just
works pretty good for
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, exactly.
it's big files.
And now, I mean, and you can have both. You can have
Yeah.
a Google Drive account. You can have a Dropbox account, whatever. I like the interface on Dropbox. Well, no. I like the interface on Google Drive a little better. It seems a little more familiar because I'm used to Google's Gmail setup. But, you know, Dude, is your brain ever just gives up on
It's
you?
just like you got really tired right there. It's like
Your brain just
my
packs
brain
up
is-
and says, dude, I'm out
See,
of
that's
here.
how my whole day has felt.
What was I talking
After
about?
after
What the
that.
hell was I even talking about?
Where were you going?
I don't know.
Land
Google
that
Drive,
shit.
Google Drive,
Drive.
Dropbox.
Well,
Better
anyway,
or worse than Dropbox?
I have an Android
Yeah.
phone now,
Yes.
which comes
Take
with Drive. I still wish I had an iPhone.
You
But if I
both
had
on
an
it?
iPhone, I would hate the things
both.
that I really hate about iPhone, and it would make me not want an iPhone anymore.
Fucking headphone
glad I
jack.
switched.
Put the headphone jack back.
Put the headphone. I got a
They
headphone
won't.
jack.
Do you know that they will not?
I know. I have
No,
a headphone
that's
jack. You know what
not
else
common.
I can do? Pop a little drawer out, and I can drop a 128 gig SD card right in that thing.
Okay. Cool.
That's pretty sweet.
And when that's full, I
Yeah.
put another one in.
How do you feel about that? Holding that dirty Samsung in your hand. Oh God. Oh.
Yeah.
That dirty pig whore of a phone that you have,
Oh my
dude.
God.
whoa, wow.
Take another level here.
Hey, whoa. Hey, dude, everything we're staring at right now, computing
I
wise,
know.
in this room is
So
Apple.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, literally.
They've got you, their meat hooks in your ass, and no matter how much you like your Samsung phone,
That's
you are
why
still going to
yeah.
always wish it was an iPhone.
That's why I started out saying that immediately
Yeah.
from the beginning. I said, I've got that. It's great for Google Drive, but I wish I had an iPhone.
Yeah.
But I won't go back to an iPhone because of the things I really hate about it. Headphone jack.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And then the storage. I don't want to spend over $1,000 for the storage. You know what I mean?
No, I agree.
That's-
I agree completely.
That's crazy.
Price wise, though, they're about neck and neck, are they not?
Yeah, it's like
No.
all smartphones like pretty
No, dude.
close. In the,
Well, maybe. I don't know. I got an S8 when the S9 came out. So it got discounted. Plus, here's how good Apple is. They gave me $100 for my iPhone 6 or whatever it was.
Oh, yeah? What do you mean? How's that work?
I went to Best Buy. They took me on
Yeah.
trade. It was in good condition. I never cracked it. I kept it in a case. It was really, really nice. The guy was like, wow. I had that phone for like 2 or 3 years. So I wanted to make the switch because of the things I listed. And yeah, they're like, well, I'm thinking like $40-$50, right? Like
yeah,
maybe.
Right.
maybe.
He's like, yeah, we'll give you $100. Done.
Like,
Yeah.
Nope.
So then
Sign
with
me
the
up.
discount on the last year's model S8, which what do I care? Because I'm a new to Android anyway. And so, yeah, it came to like, it was like a couple $100.
Right.
And I can have I can have infinite storage,
Which is nice.
which is nice. Yeah, you got to keep paying for the chips, but they're getting cheaper,
Yeah.
you know, by
What's
the
the chip?
Oh, like 128 gigs. What is a chip? Well, it depends on what kind you get.
Oh.
Like if you're taking a lot of video with your phone, you want the highest quality. You're
Yeah.
gonna pay more. If you're just like taking a lot of photos and just wanting to save the JPEGs or whatever, you can get away with whatever 64 gigs.
Something
Just
slow,
something
yeah.
cheaper.
But compared
But
to the 16 gig I have on my iPhone, it's like,
Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
Shit.
But
Yeah,
you know why,
seriously.
dude? That's what killed me, and it took me away. Was the fact that my phone was two, probably going on 3 years old, and the updates kept taking up more and more storage.
Oh yeah, no, I
And they
I
force
thought the
you out of
same
it.
Thing.
They force you out of it, and
Yeah.
that frustrated me so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said no more. I quit,
I know more.
dude. And
Not on my block, sir.
no more, dude.
The buck stops right here, damn it.
That's where it stopped for me. You ever wonder?
Not on my
when that
watch,
point-
sir.
Not-
Fucking Apple.
So Jon Jenkins
Yeah.
is here.
And thanks for having me, boys.
Cheers, man.
Yeah, cheers. It's great seeing you guys. It's been too long.
That was literally quite a long intro, but
Yeah.
So, anyway.
with the rant there.
yeah, sorry about that. But
Were we talking about aliens in there? Just
you brought it up, but we skipped it. We just leapfrogged that
we
right
were
away, real hard.
almost talking about Area 51.
That's
Oh my
okay,
God.
dude. We're gonna
Yeah.
save that for when we got nothing left to talk about, because that could go for years.
Yeah.
John. So okay, we've been having guests on our show. It's been great. John is just another
Just another
bro, another dude, another man, another wolf pack member.
For sure. Do you remember when we first met, John?
Oh God. Well, I was.
You probably met him before.
Do you want to know when I first met John?
Yes,
Oh man.
I think you were still in diapers.
Really?
No.
I was like,
No.
I don't know about that.
No. All I know
Holy
is
shit.
you were shorter than me.
Well, yeah, it was
So
a long
that's how long
time
that
ago.
ago was, dude. You were taller than me at like 12.
Yeah, I was pretty.
You know,
Oh man, I was pretty young.
fluffy afro. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the long
and
hair, fluffy
you were-
afro, real chubby.
You were chubby.
I was
You were
poor
short and
guy,
chubby.
so-
And it
I
was
just-
awesome because
oh
your
my
feet were
God.
huge. Sorry, dude. And I was like, this dude's going to be massive someday and just wreck me. But for now, you're just chubby, short, you have a mop on
Oh
top of
my
your head.
God.
And it's hysterical, and I love you because you were such a good... Like, even back then, I don't even want to say you were such a good kid. Like, you were always just, like, down to hang. You were
Yeah.
just like, yeah, sure, man, I'll do it. Yeah, okay. You're just always around. But you never, like, were that little brother who was, like, getting attention, right?
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
like
it was
just
never about that.
no, you were just like ready just to just do whatever you could do, and you played bass for a while too.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I played bass for a very short while. Didn't get the musical gene like my brother and my mom, that's for sure.
That's so funny because, dude, I remember also you started coming around more when you and my sister were buddies.
Oh yeah.
And John would show up, and my dad was always, because you were big, my dad would always make you fucking do something. He would always put his ass to work.
Yeah, he would. Oh, and I never see just don't say no.
Yep.
Like I'm not gonna say no to Bobby T. Like,
Hey, John's here. Look, my dad's got him hauling shit down to the boathouse. You know,
it's like, oh, all right.
move the dock for me, son. That was funny,
man.
dude. So we've known John for a good many years.
How old are you now?
I'm 28. So you probably know me for definitely over half my lifetime.
Yeah. You had to be like,
I think I was 6 when we moved to, or 5 or 6 when we moved to Merrill.
I was
And
saying,
then my brother probably didn't meet you guys till, what, must have been high school? Or, no.
your
Would have been
brother was
earlier.
like 12,
Oh,
dude.
gee, I always forget about that. You
Your
guys
brother
were
was
probably in high
12
school.
when he
was
started
probably
playing
in middle
drums for our
school.
band. That sounds really creepy saying out loud, but we'll have Jake on eventually.
Yeah.
The show. And
Oh, man.
one of the most mature, put together people I've ever met in my whole life.
Yeah, I was
So
gonna
here's
say,
a
he
quick-
was far
okay.
beyond his maturity, like, years.
I gotta tell this story because it connects in so many ways. So, and it actually kind of gets this whole ball rolling. I'll be
Okay.
honest with you.
Yeah.
It was this interaction with your brother.
Oh.
So, when I was in high school, my junior year, I quit playing sports because I was just like, I'm done with it. I don't know why. And I was like, oh, I'm going to start playing the drums. Totally random, dude. So I start playing the drums and getting drum lessons from the drummer at church. So after youth group one night, on a Wednesday night, I'm up in the church area, and the church had letting out, and I'm all by myself, and I'm just playing drums. Just this stupid, boring, dumb beat. Just drums. And it's echoing in this cathedral church. And all of a sudden, I swear, out of nowhere, this kid pops up. This, like, shows up in my peripheral. Just quiet, just standing there. Real still, real quiet, just standing there. And, like, it kind of creeped me out at first. I'm like,
It sounds kind of
hey,
creepy.
man, what's up? Like,
Like, hey, dude, like, what's going on?
well, yeah, what's up? He's like, hi, my name is Jake. Or something like that. I'm just,
Yeah.
And he's like,
Very polite.
very polite, very polite. Do you think I could play? I'm like, oh, sure. Like, thinking, like, okay, he's just
Yeah, like,
some kid.
uh,
I've never seen him before. So that was probably one of the first times you guys came to that church.
Oh, yeah.
And I think you were with him, actually.
I probably was.
You were standing next to him.
Oh.
He's like in a baby car.
Yeah.
So that
No.
was probably probably the first time we had ever met them.
Yes.
And I would have been, I must have been 8.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit, that's Jack's age.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Yes. I'm serious. Okay. So I give Jake the drumsticks, and he sits down and just whatever he does,
Yep.
just insane. And I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, you're incredible. Like, how old are you? He's like 12. I swear, this is... So I'm like, oh my God, okay. Well, that year, for Christmas, I was like, okay, playing the drums is too boring, right? To play by yourself. I want to play guitar. So for Christmas, I got a crate electric guitar and a little crate 8-inch speaker amplifier.
Nice.
And I started teaching myself how to play guitar. So Jake sits down on the drums. I'm like, oh my God, he can play drums. I'm going to play guitar. Dude, do you want to be in a band? And it was like, and then he's like, yeah.
Yep.
And that was it. And that was the birth of it. And then Leroy
Oh yeah.
was there
Yep.
in that same church at that time.
I forgot about that.
And Jasmine.
Oh yeah.
And we were, before I even started doing any music, we were all kind of like just meeting, and Leroy could always rap. He could always freestyle. And Jasmine was just the sweetest, cutest little, you just wanted to hug her all the time, person, amazing bubbly personality. And she's like, I want to play the bass. Like, do you play the bass? No. Okay. Well, we should start a band. And it just was this weird talk, and it was actually, I think it was Leroy's idea, actually. And then all of a sudden, like from heaven, Jake Jenkins shows up in my peripheral and just like starts playing the drums. And I was like, we're going to make it. We're going to be millionaires. Like, we're going to sell records. It's going to be, this is by God.
Oh,
and that's what started Spectrum.
Spectrum. There it is.
And you were 8.
And
here you are. So what are you doing nowadays?
What the hell happened?
20 years ago.
Yeah, 20 years ago. Holy shit. Yeah. So living in Madison right now. Me and my wife moved there a few years ago. So yeah, it's been tattooing and played a lot of bike polo this summer, which is a weird little sport that's, I don't know, you could call it a hipster sport.
Hipster shit.
But it's super fun. I fucking love it. It's yeah, so it's like full contact on bikes, and it's like like horse polo but on bikes.
Wow. So, okay.
Yeah.
So
that's really cool.
What's the gear you need to get into bike polo?
For bike polo, you just, I don't know, you gotta find a club. Like, you just
find a club.
like,
well, what kind of club?
like,
What are we,
I mean,
club
like,
that fits? Like, what are you
no,
talking about?
you're talking about like the actual bike and like the setup of everything.
Yeah. Like,
okay.
what do you need to play?
You need a
fucking
bike.
If I wanted to start a bike
you
polo,
fucking
You need
polo.
and you need a
polo.
mallet and a ball.
where do you get what mallet? What's the
Fucking
mallet?
polo shop, dude.
Oh, it's an actual polo.
There's
stick.
like online
Mallet.
stores. Yeah, it's
Damn
like an
right.
actual.
Oh, okay.
It's like a,
okay, I'm thinking croquet sticks, 9
no,
irons,
no.
like whatever you can
Nope.
find.
No, it's definitely got like more technology behind it than that. They make like specific bike frames for it, and
So we're talking
Yeah.
like a whole thing.
yeah, there is like it's a very small community,
Okay.
but you know there has been some money put into it. So
Interesting.
yeah,
I'll have to check
there's
that
very
out.
small factions of like
Yeah.
websites that sell the shit. So.
Got it. Okay, but that's pretty neat. It's that
Yeah.
close to home. But yeah, I have seen that before. I have seen people.
Say
play
Wausau actually has a really solid club here. They got a
There's
really
a-
great club.
it. Yeah. Huh.
They got probably like 15, 20 people in it, which is fantastic.
Did we officially say that your name is Jon Jenkins?
Jon Jenkins, yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think so. But yeah, I've been working at Great Whale Tattoo and Piercing, and it's been going great. Madison's been treating us super well. So
We got to talk about that a little bit. Like, you're a tattoo artist, and you started tattooing right here in Wausau, and I don't know. I think about a lot of people who I don't know, maybe listen back in Merrill or whatever, and I think there's still a lot of people in this world who think of a tattoo artist as like this big fucking
Sure.
like a biker dude, like
they have like
you know,
that,
like
that-
yeah, like they've started in
Piercing,
prison,
the
you know.
judgments of it. Yeah,
Right.
it's like it's changed so much since I was like, you know, even when I got into it, it was already like
Right.
changing very much.
What I think is cool is this tattoo culture that's kind of like starting in Wausau here, like with Tyler and Imperial Tattoos now having a beautiful brand new location.
Yep.
And Tyler, dude, talk about your experience with Tyler a little bit, because I think that's
Tyler,
important.
yeah.
And say his last
Like
name.
Tyler
you know.
Bedimula was my mentor, and yeah, I did my apprenticeship underneath him, and he's like the sweetest, like you know him,
Yeah,
like he's just like
always
such a nice guy, and like just so nice. But yeah, he's wonderful, man. And they just got they opened up across the street from where it was before. It was literally
crazy.
across the street from where that like it was a Liberty Insurance, or like there's some, they always have this
The person
Statue
out
of
there?
Liberty, yeah, standing out there, you know, waving down cars. Oh, it was a tax place.
Yep.
That's what it was.
All
But
the
yeah.
guys who started out at that shop with Tyler
Yeah, it's
now
like,
basically have their own shops.
yeah, say Tim opened up his shop in Madison,
Which is the
and-
shop you work at
which
now.
is the shop I work at.
Which is called Great
Great
Whale.
Whale Tattoo and Piercing, and he originally apprenticed underneath Tyler as well. We were
Yeah.
at like the same time. So that was really
And-
cool. And then Alexi was there, and Alexi just opened up his shop, 715 Tattoo Collective.
In Wausau.
In
right?
Wausau.
He's downtown.
He's like
right?
right downtown. He's right by
On the 400 block.
Yeah, by Evolution.
Nice.
He's got a beautiful
That's a really good
space.
idea.
It's
Dude.
a perfect, like,
Yeah.
In the last couple of years,
Oh my
all
God,
these
it's-
little
it's
shops have
perfect.
popped up.
Yeah.
All because of, not because of, but all starting out of Imperial.
Oh, yeah.
Look at how many shops have
Yeah.
opened up, and you and Tim ended up working down in Madison together.
yeah, it's like
And-
me and Aaron are looking to make a move and make some changes, and we just gotten married, and like Tim was down there and he was by himself, and he had just opened up his shop, and
Right.
so it was like it was perfect timing, you know. It was like, hey, thinking about
And
moving
how-
down there. He's like, you know, you got a job, so
That's cool. So do you...
super grateful for that.
Yeah. Are you independent? Or
So yeah,
do
it's like, you know, it'd be like being a hairstylist
Yep.
or anything like that. You know, I'm basically a subcontractor. So
Yes.
I
Okay.
pay,
Great.
but,
Oh,
like,
great. You rent a chair.
So yeah, I rent a
Stop.
chair. So like some shops will do percentages, others will do, you know, booth rental, and yeah, so it makes things nice and easy, and it's great. Get to make my own schedule for the most part, and but it's like we keep normal hours.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, it's been great. Got some prints for you guys and some shirts.
Dude, this is sick. So,
What?
this is original artwork that you did.
Yeah, so
Thanks, dude.
There's a pizza shop in Madison that was doing like a little mini like art show, and like so there's a bunch of tattoo artists that did flash sheets or small paintings for it, basically, you know, with pizza or something involved. And I was always super into Scooby-Doo as a kid, so I thought it was really
Really? That's
it'd be fun.
cool.
Oh yeah,
I guess I didn't
Scooby-Doo-
realize that.
Scooby-Doo is one of my favorite cartoons as a child.
For anybody listening, like it's a flash piece of like tattoo flash art, and you were just talking about it, but John's so it's like there's the Scooby-Doo van, there's Scooby-Doo on here, there's like a monster pizza thing, and like a diver guy with
Yeah, that's the diver monster.
We
Right.
can. We'll
And then-
post it. We'll post a close up.
Yeah.
Daphne.
Yeah,
Daphne.
Daphne.
Looking very. What do you?
Dude,
what do
that's sick, dude.
robust.
Thanks, man.
Big titties.
Yeah, robust.
Oh my God.
Robust.
I'm just trying to describe it for the people.
No,
at home.
absolutely.
Do you have a PDF of that or like a digital copy?
We can,
Well, I could send you.
you send
copy.
us
Well,
your press stuff. We'll
yeah.
use it for the
Your
picture
outro or
for
whatever.
the-
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
we'll put your stuff up. We
Cool.
can put it on our Facebook. All this when your episode comes
Heck
up for
yeah.
that.
Let me
week,
see
and-
that shirt,
Thanks.
dude.
Dude, look at that shoot.
So that's a Great Whale Tattoo shirt. Oh, that's
This
your
is-
art.
I say this is like the shirt that I like sell when I go to like conventions and stuff like
Oh,
that.
dude,
So
that's
it's just
Dude,
like-
Jenkins,
awesome.
man. Oh
And it's-
my God, I'm gonna wear this, dude. All
Yeah,
the time,
no
dude.
shit.
We need
It's
to
got the-
talk, dude. Because I could just wear these all day in the salon. All I wear to the salon is like this, dude. We could talk, dude. I got some
Let's do
ideas.
it. I was gonna say I need to. I actually that's like my last shirt. I have to do a new run, so
Okay.
I'm gonna be getting some new
sweet.
shirts.
That's badass.
I really like that. Our
What does that say?
the Tim's Apprentice
Whale.
design. The
Yeah.
back.
What is
And then the back says,
like you I once was, like me you will be. Nice,
"That's badass." I love it.
dude. That's so cool.
Yeah, dude.
Wow, dude. Thank
So-
you, man.
Nowadays, it's Great Whale Tattoo in Madison. You guys are in
East Washington.
East Wash.
Yeah, we're, like, really close to the Capitol.
Like, you're
Like
like
2-3
4
blocks from the
blocks
Capitol.
from the Capitol.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been meaning to get down there and get some stuff done.
We've been
by
talking
you.
about it for a long time.
I mean, your work has come so far.
dude,
if I
it's-
just, what's cool
It's
about
a constant struggle.
John can do anything. Like, you
I don't know
know,
about that. Like, There's certain things I like definitely step away from. Like I don't
How
really
many
deal
Harley
with
Davidson tattoos have you done?
not as many as you think.
Right.
You know, there's certain trends of like, you know, I feel like you either have to be in like a right area for it to get a lot of it, or
Like Tomahawk, Wisconsin during.
yeah, like maybe, you know, during the festival, it's like
That
if
poor
you go
guy,
up there,
Brad Leader is
man.
just doing Harley tattoos all year
No,
long.
dude, he's not, dude.
Oh,
He's booked like
dude,
way
I was
out.
gonna say he's
No,
like,
no, no. I
he's
don't.
always
I mean,
been
no.
like booked like crazy far
Yeah.
out. Like even when I got like my first tattoo from him, it was like I had to wait like 6 months.
Oh,
and
weird.
that was way back
Dude.
when. That was like before I even
I have
considered
tattoos
tattooing.
by him
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah,
How long? Some of your first tattoos were by him, huh?
my
We
two
gotta have him
first
on the
ones.
show, dude.
Yeah.
We get Brad Leader. Now then we'll get into some stories.
Well, my
That
son.
goes before.
I gotta
Way
say that's
back.
he's
He's
been
known-
tattooed for a long time.
My son Jack is in hockey with one of his kids, I think.
Cool.
Oh,
Or
nice.
his family's also involved in Merrill hockey, and I see him, and I think we kind of know who each other are, but we don't ever like. I don't ever say hi. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just a dick, but I
say
it's,
hi,
do you know what I'm
dude.
saying? Like if you haven't
Say
seen,
hi, man.
Dude,
I
Brad's
always-
the nicest dude ever.
He's
oh, I know,
super nice.
I know. I just feel like I haven't. He gave me. I got 2 tattoos from him, and that's about all the more that I knew him. You know,
Yeah.
so I feel like, oh fuck, what if he doesn't know?
Like he
who I
doesn't
am?
remember me, or
Yeah,
which is
you
you
know.
know,
Okay, I
that
see.
that does happen.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I know that he thinks he's seen me before or something. So he
Yeah,
like we know. I don't know.
Well, yeah, he
whatever.
tattooed your arm, dude. He probably sees it.
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
saw. I would recognize my
Did I do
tattoo
that?
before that person for sure.
What's funny, though,
And,
is
like,
I met-
people come in and be like, "Oh yeah, like he tattooed me a while ago." I was like, "Oh, I feel
Yeah.
like a real dick now because I'm like, oh, I didn't remember their face."
Do you remember Dan Beazle and Brandon Fink?
Mm-hmm.
They had this shop in Merrill called Ancestral Art and Design, and they opened up right across the street from the coffee shop when I was a kid, and I worked at the coffee shop. And the day I turned 18, I walked across the street and I'm like, I want some tattoos.
Oh yeah.
And these guys were like, okay, cool. You know,
Like,
they were awesome.
Sit down.
Those guys were just so cool about it, you know?
So wait, this is your first tattoo story?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Oh.
So I go over there to the shop after work one day. I'm 18 years old. It's my 18th birthday.
You just got done at the coffee shop.
Yep. My girlfriend was with me, my little girlfriend, my high school girlfriend or whatever. And
Which one?
Heidi.
Heidi?
Yep. And I go across the street and I was so nervous. I was sweating bullets and I was just like, I was, at the time, I was like one of those born again Christian Bible thumper kids.
Oh yeah.
And,
Oh yeah.
you know, if anybody knows anything about Brandon Fink, like they call him Zombie.
Yeah.
And he kind of looks like a zombie. And the dude's, he loves like, I just remember I think he had like a lot of Misfits shit in there and like,
course.
devil shit and stuff that definitely made like a Christian kid uncomfortable.
Yeah. It was
And-
like, oh my god.
Yeah. Dan was a little more gentle. Dan had like a bunch of Star Wars shit, I think, in his. But they were both so fucking cool. It didn't, whatever. So,
Yeah.
but I'm getting my first tattoos, and the first thing I ever got were these 2 little stars.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh, yeah.
Just the outline of the star. And I'm sitting there. Oh, he got done with one. I was ghost white. I'm ready to throw up. I'm like, oh. I got
my
home that
God.
night and I just laid in my bed. Oh God! I'm like, what have I done? God, forgive me. Fuck! I'm going to hell.
Oh my god.
You've been tattooed.
I'm done.
What'd your mom say when you got home?
Oh, they didn't give a shit. Well,
I was just
I don't know. I think they saw
Bob
it coming
and Sandy.
because I had green hair and like you know, I wore
I
like
saw that one a mile away.
choker collars and you know whatever. So Rage Against the Machine t-shirts and
Bike chain, wallet
Yeah.
chains,
Yeah.
all the way down to your knee.
yeah, they knew it was coming. But the funny thing is though, like as uncomfortable as that situation was, I went back there like 4 or 5 times to get tattoos from those guys, and they were always so awesome to like hang out with.
Just good dudes.
Yeah, I ended up. I think we ended up trading some musical equipment at some point, and for a tattoo, I traded Brandon a
There you
bunch
go.
of speakers and
Yeah.
stuff.
Weren't they somebody else's
Trade's
speakers, though?
Nah,
Oh.
school district of Steve. No, they weren't. They weren't. They were ours.
In your defense, dude, someone else probably swiped them and stashed them at your house.
That could be.
That's probably...
But anyways, like so.
There were no stolen speakers.
No. those guys are super cool. And Dan is an incredible artist. I have Dan didn't do our show logo. I did that, but every band I've ever had, like Dan's done the logos for, the Wolves and Company stuff. And he just did one for my solo project thing that I'm working on. So Dan Beasel's still out there, and that's kind of like the old school of tattoos. That's when I started, but we're in a different game now.
Oh yeah.
I mean, what?
Well, there's so many different like eras of tattooing, and like the between trends, and like stuff that's
Tribal.
super 90s. Like you got your tribal, which is making kind of like
People still want those, I assume.
Dave, you told me when we were
still get
kids.
tribal for sure.
When we were kids, Dave told me if I'm gonna get a
tribal.
tattoo, I'm gonna get a full tribal sleeve.
Oh yeah, dude.
Dude,
You
and back
definitely
then it
belong
was
in the
cool.
band then.
It was way cool back then because
yeah.
at that time, dude, loved like rapcore and like all this like surfer rap metal.
Rapcore,
And,
dude.
Rapcore.
I was all about the tribal and the dreads and the Dickies and skate shoes and anyway, moving on. Do people still get
great.
tribal tattoos?
Yep. I don't do them very often, but it definitely happens. And it's funny, you've been seeing like more of these like almost like making an ode to tribal, or like putting them in like really like traditional tattoos, and like just throwing like a panther like hugging a piece of tribal or something, it's like these funny weird things.
That's pretty cool. I would get that.
I was like, that's cool. Like I would get that tribal.
Like a sick like traditional panther like
climbing it in that super trad like way of like climbing up your arm.
Sign it up.
Let's do it.
Sign it up.
Here we go.
Let's book it. So okay,
we gotta you gotta let me tattoo you at some point.
I need
a long time ago. You asked me to draw. I forgot to bring it with me.
Oh, you didn't bring it?
I felt like such an idiot. I just had so much stuff I was packing. I was like, just completely misplaced the drawing. But I was recently like filing away like a bunch of like tracings and like old designs I'd done and whatnot. And I found this drawing I did for you for a tattoo that you wanted with like a lamb with like a lion headdress, like this lamb wearing a lion headdress. And oh man, it was rough. I looked at that thing. I was like, I'm so glad he never let me tattoo that on him. I was, I was like,
that was a challenging thing.
Oh my god, I redrew it the other day actually.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I would love to see it.
Yeah, I'll show you for sure,
dude.
A lot of.
I might have taken a picture. Otherwise, I'll send it to you when I get back to Madison.
Because I feel like
I redid it, and
because I felt like you would understand where the concept was coming from.
Oh yeah,
and
but
I feel like
I wasn't there.
No,
I
it's
wasn't
okay.
there artistically or any of that.
It must,
Dude, you're kind of tattooing with some pretty big hitters nowadays at the shop there, wouldn't you think?
With like Tim and whatnot.
Well,
like,
I mean,
Tim's fantastic, and
Tim is really doing amazing shit.
Yeah.
And I just know because I follow the shop on Facebook, but you had that Tattoo Gun Joe guy there.
Yeah, Tattoo Gun Joe.
Wow, I mean, I was blown away by that guy.
He unfortunately just left, which kind of sucks.
Oh, was he just doing like a spot there for a little bit?
No, he was there permanently, but he just moved to a different location. Everything's good.
Okay.
We're all good, but
good deal.
Our building rent is going up and just wasn't going to work for him. So
right.
He does a ton of traveling for him to have like a permanent spot somewhere where the rent is going to be a little high.
Right.
It's tough because he might only be there a few days a week, if that. He might not even be there 2 weeks out of the month.
Right.
So finding a different spot for him that would really work with his schedule was key. But it was great working with him. Like, he's got such a totally different concept of his approach on tattooing, and his very like illustrative and like new school way. Like,
right.
Ways of like how he like maps out his line work and whatnot before with like certain colors rather than going straight black, and he'll come back and do his lines like after he's done with all of his color and whip shading and whatnot. But yeah, he's super talented. It was great working with him.
And that Tattoo Gun Joe was that dude's moniker or whatever.
Tech Gun Joe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Tech Gun Joe.
So it's so weird. Like when I look at like Tyler's shop, Imperial in Wausau, and Alexi's shop, 715 Tattoo Collective.
Mm-hmm.
I follow all these shops on Facebook, and then I see Imperial, and all you guys, like, it's this new face of, like, I don't know what I would even call it, but like this class of artists that is truly like invested in getting better as artists.
Yeah.
And like, I think when Alexi called his shop the 715 Art Collective or Tattoo Collective.
I think it's Tattoo Collective.
So when he decided to call his shop that, I think that's such a cool idea, is like to call it a collective, because look at how many artists are born out of all these shops,
absolutely.
you know, and you guys all are able to learn from each other, and that's kind of crazy that it all kind of like flowed down from like Doc's in Medford somehow, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
well, that was like Tyler's...
or Tyler learned from
Tyler's
Doc.
original mentor, or mentor was Doc, so...
And that guy is...
And
what?
he's, you know...
Is he still tattoo?
I don't think so. I haven't seen him in many years. I know Tyler and him, like, definitely keep in touch, and, like, he's very much, like, his mentor. Like,
right.
They're still, like, are really good friends.
And there's this great link there between, like, Doc was, like...
He's like one of the first motorcycle, like, in the area.
Right. Yeah. Like a legendary, like, badass tattoo
exactly.
guy.
Yeah,
you
like
know?
this, he was very, you know, I'm sure, like, back in the day, like, you know, Doc had a name out there that, you know, people knew in the tattoo community and whatnot, and
I guess that's what I love about this whole idea of tattoos, like that it came from a place that was very weird and scary almost, and not socially accepted, and this weird thing, and has kind of crossed this archway to this new modern era of like tattooers that are out there who are legitimate artists and not gang members and not like...
Well, and that's the thing though too, it's like, you know, I've kind of taken a step back, because I feel like when I first got into tattooing, it was very much you know, thinking like, oh, like I'm gonna bring like a fine art approach to this or whatever, and it's like I didn't do any, like, I didn't know much about tattooing before I started, and like years later, like, you know, you kind of, I don't know, it's just, you kind of realize why it never changed in certain aspects, like, you know, like Ed Hardy, like, had fine arts degree, and like he, you know, he did paintings, he did shows, you know, he tried to make tattooing like, you know, more highbrow, and, you know, it's just funny because now I look at it more as like a trade and like being a craftsman.
That's great.
Rather than being like this fine artist. Like, first of all, like, I don't think I've ever had a big head, but I don't want to go there either. And like, I don't know, it's like at the end of the day, you're servicing your community in the same sense, you know. Same thing with like cutting hair, man. It's like, I'm just gonna do the best job I possibly can on every single one, and that's that. Be respectful, and you know, maybe that's part of the, like, the new tattoo, you know, like this wave that you've kind of seen.
Right.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I was making a lot of parallels with my story when you were telling your story. And just, I think I think now more than ever, there's like line blurring and crossing, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so growing up the way we grew up, getting into the fields we grew up in, you know, and then I
never thought I would be a tattoo artist. Like, that was not even on my radar. I was like, I got super into getting tattoos, and I was getting tattooed on like a way too consistent basis at first when I was going to school at UW Stevens Point.
I remember that, dude. Every time I see you, you have a new tattoo.
So much money on tattoos. Yeah. I was like, you know, it was bad. But in hindsight, like, that's how I met Tyler, and like, you know, opened up so many doors for me.
When did you start drawing?
I was always kind of self-conscious about my drawing when I was younger. I usually gravitated more towards like sculpture and like glass work and other stuff like that. I was always super into art.
Right.
But I was always like, I never thought I could draw as good as like other kids in my class or whatever, so I was like real self-conscious. And so I just continued working on sculpture, and it's like you still do like sketching and whatnot with that, but I didn't really get into drawing until, I would say, shortly out of high school. So like I, you know, doodled but nothing, like, I never took it super seriously. And when I started going to Stevens Point, I eventually got into the art program, and I had to pick either, 2D or 3D. And so I thought doing something 2D is going to be more marketable and just kind of a better, even though an art degree is not very marketable, tell me that at that time. But yeah, so
did you finish that schooling?
No. I started my apprenticeship. I switched majors so many times too. I was just burying myself. I'm gonna try this out for a year. I'm like, not great. So I'm gonna try something else out. It was so dumb.
I think it's the story of a lot of people.
Oh, it is. It's so hard not to. Cause it's like, I'm gonna sink all this time and money into this, piece of paper, which is great. Like, I love higher education and think it's fantastic, but it's just really hard to put all your marbles into one basket when you're at such a young age.
You didn't even scrape up any degrees in there?
No.
Not even associates?
No, dude.
You're a loser.
I know, man.
You're a tattoo bum, dude.
I have probably almost close to 4 years of college that I don't have a degree for at all.
Well, dude, I remember being friends with you at this pivotal time in your life where you were like, what do I do? You didn't even ask the question. You knew exactly what you needed to do, and you ended up there.
Well, it's like, when going to, school full time, I was working 2 jobs, and I was starting an apprenticeship. Yeah. And at one point, Tyler, sat me down and was like, you gotta start choosing, what you're gonna do. And he's totally right. He's like, I wasn't getting better faster because I couldn't put the time in. And, it was just... had to choose, and school was definitely, I wish I could have, sometimes I wish I would have just finished it out, but it's like I would have been far more in debt than what I was at that point.
I love your story. I love the route where it was like, you know what? No, fuck that. I did what I wanted to do, and I followed my heart, and this is what I'm doing today. Yeah. And your career path, your decisions you made at that point in your life are who you are now. You're married. You guys have a home together in Madison, and you followed your heart exactly and it's brought you to this point now where, dude, you're working at a really awesome shop with a great reputation, and you continue to grow and get better as an artist.
Yeah.
And
that's so important too. It's like being constantly inspired by your coworkers is so pivotal in my mind. If you're, if you don't have somebody to kind of almost compete with, not necessarily you were competing, but I see Tim he draws on an iPad now. That's all he draws on anymore. That's it. And he's always finishing these digital paintings and flash pieces off. I'm just like, oh man, I need to step up. I need to go get another painting done or whatever.
Hell yeah.
So, and it's great. I love that environment of we're both consistently trying and trying to further ourselves in this craft and whatnot.
In return, then you have this shop that's a breeding ground for artistic energy.
Yeah,
and it's
I love it. I don't have a great setup in my house for my studio space, but I love drawing at the shop. I would.
The music's on. The people are coming and going.
Dude,
you're vibing.
It's great. It's a great atmosphere, and I wouldn't trade it for anything.
That's cool, man. I'm really proud of you.
Thanks.
That's cool, man. I love that story, and I love the fact that you, just like Ryan said, followed your heart. And not only that, I think you became honest with yourself and real with yourself, and then shifted your gears and then made that reality happen.
Yeah.
You made your own luck.
Yep. That's a good way to say it.
And DIY lifestyle. You fucking did.
Dude,
that's serious. That's punk shit right there, dude.
Yep. And that's cool, man, because I have a ton of respect for that. Getting a big degree, going through 4 years of college, all that stuff. That's great. Success, fantastic
absolutely.
For you. Fantastic. That's great. My sister did that, and she's loving to be a teacher. So there's different people doing different things.
Oh yeah.
But for some reason, for me personally, a story like yours really resonates.
Yeah, well,
I just
definitely
a little higher vibration on that one, just because of the personal energy and I mean, there's a lot. Yeah, man, that's cool.
Yeah.
Very proud.
Thanks, dude.
But cool, man. Well, yo,
Before I want to make sure that we have a strong plug on the shop.
Oh yeah.
And where to, okay, so shops are one thing, and you have these different artists in a shop. Do you support and follow the shop, or do you support and follow your favorite artist, or or everybody involved, or because all you guys have like individual your art?
Yeah, so it's like I feel like a lot of tattoo shops these days, like the things have gotten very compartmentalized. It's not necessarily that the shop like people are they're like their own mini businesses within this, and so
right.
But me and Tim have a great relationship, and like I totally support the shop. So it's like anybody can like just go to the shop, like come hang out, like it's
sort of a symbiotic thing.
Yeah,
like,
it's like
the shop does well, you're doing well.
Exactly,
like,
that's the thing. So it's like
yeah.
if Tim's doing well as a shop owner,
Yep.
that means we're doing well.
Yep.
Because that means there is business coming in the door. That's how it works. I feel like it should be a collective, in a sense of like we're supporting each other, and
right.
And that's how it is. Like
all you guys have such a different vibe too. So what's cool nowadays is you go on like Facebook or something, you can go to Imperial Tattoo and you can get a link to your stuff and to Tim's stuff. You can look at their art, you can look at things going on with the shop,
Yep.
and you can decide if that's a place you want to get tattooed.
Yeah.
And
it's like we run like we just did like Halloween like flash day. We like put up a projector in the shop, and like I had a bunch of candy and did like a raffle.
Cool.
Did a bunch of tattoos, like fun, just like little walk-in stuff, and
nice.
Yeah.
Did you do you have any social media?
Yeah, so you can follow the shop at on Instagram at Grey Whale Tattoo.
Do you guys upload like more of your art to Instagram than Facebook?
I think
or is it all like
Instagram
the
is
same?
probably the most. Yeah, that's where I post most of my. I don't post any artwork on Facebook, and I honestly don't use Facebook that much.
Right.
But yeah, Instagram has definitely become like the portfolio for tattoo artists. Like it's so easy. It's so nice.
Yeah.
Like
What's
it's
the
such a
shop?
great tool. Like I should be a little more active on it. But yeah, it's a wonderful tool. But yeah, I'm at Bear Tats. So
On Instagram?
On Instagram. The shop's at Grey Whale Tattoo and Piercing. Yeah, and other than that, our website, Grey Whale Tattoo and Piercing, and then the Facebook for Great Whale is definitely updated pretty frequently. So
Right on.
everything on there is really solid.
Right.
And you can get links to all of this stuff from the Facebook.
Everything
page
we
too.
talked about, from Imperial Tattoo, Alexi's shop, 715 Tattoo Collective. Dude, there's a lot of great artists around here, man, and everybody should give them all a link or give them all a fucking
follow?
What do you call them? Check
follow?
them out. Give them a check them out.
A like and a follow.
Give them a like and a
Give 'em
follow. Go check them out on their old social media. Find them out. Gotta find them out there because them guys are out there.
Oh, yeah, I got tree accounts on there.
You got a couple of them at least nowadays. Yeah,
Oh, man.
And hell, if one goes down, you just make another one.
Hell, get a tattoo
Oh,
instead.
there's a lot of that going on in the back of the game
Play
yesterday.
games with that. I get tattoos. Anyhow, dude. Yeah, man. So,
Well,
support these MFs, man. Check out the artwork. Do the thing. Get the t-shirts. Buy their merch.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on, boys.
Love you, brother.
Love you too.
Jon Jenkins.
Love you as well.
all right, dude. Take care. Love you,
Bear
bro.
tats.
Yeah, Bear Tats.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Ryan and Dave Save the World. If you'd like to support the podcast, do us a solid and share it on all your social media platforms. If you'd like to chime in, get a hold of us, or just leave a comment, we're on YouTube, Facebook, iTunes, Google Play Store, Podbean, and don't forget to email us, RyanandDaveSaveTheWorld@gmail.com. One love, y'all. Catch you on the flip side.